Shalom. I'd like to give honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS for teaching me his truth and your will, and salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom, or Bakarim, Labarakim, Shirashirala. That's peace and blessings to the nation of Israel and the Lord Kodash, which consists of you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Israelite foreigners who may not look like a typical Israelite, but seed goes back to Abram, Isaac, and Jacob. Alright, so in this video, I'm just gonna kind of touch on how Esau has not built his kingdom. Esau has not built this so-called empire, which is the Roman Empire, the Egypt. This is modern Egypt. It's a Roman. It's America is basically a combination of all these ancient empires that existed back then and have been put into one, or also known as the eighth head. This is spoken in Revelations. Alright, this is the eighth head that came out of the seventh. Alright, America, because America was born out of the British. Alright, which is why it's the eighth head, but there's seven heads. So that's why it says seven heads and 10 horns. Alright, that's for another video, Salakia. But I'm just gonna kind of, show you through the scriptures that Esau, the so-called white man, the so-called Caucasian man, has not built his empire on bubbles. Has not built his empire on bubbles and flowers. Alright, Esau, or this so-called man that's in power today, which is the white man, has built his empire, has built this kingdom that he has today on the blood of our people. He's built his empire on the blood of the true Israelites, or of the 10 tribes of Israel, or by the slavery of so-called Negroes, or by basically stealing land, falsely, the community, Slovakia, Slovakia, basically, just like lying over and over again to the so-called the Native Americans, who are Israelites. Alright, tribe of Reuben and Gad. He's slaughtered hundreds of thousands, thousands of our brothers, the Gadites, Reubenites, so-called Seminole Indians. Alright, he's built his empire on blood. Alright, if he can receive it. Alright, all this money that he has today, all this monetary value that he has today is all just a smoking veil behind all the death that he's caused upon our people to attain all these riches that he has today. Alright, let me get Habakkuk 2:12. Woe to him. So woe means death, death to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establisheth a city by iniquity. Alright, Slakia. Yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, so Esau has built his empire. Or really, Esau has an empire. Alright, this is not just a town. Alright, this is an empire that Esau has, and it's been built upon iniquity. All Esau knows how to do, and all Esau was born to do, was iniquity. Alright, as it says, he is the father of lies. Alright, I could be spelling it wrong, but yeah. I gotta find it real quick, Slakia. Give me a minute. Slakia brothers, give me a minute. Let's find it. I think it's in red. Hold up. Slack, I'm trying to find this one script. Alright, I guess it's not gonna come to me. Alright, hopefully it comes to me in spirit, later on. But I'm just gonna jump to the numbers 35 and 33. So yeah, alright, Esau, the so-called, white man is not who he says or he, paints himself to be. Alright, because, when you go to school, you learn about all the little things Esau did, all the so-called good things he did for our people, which really everything that he calls so-called good, really behind that veil is evil. All right, because Esau works with a lot of duality. Or duality is basically Slocky. It is basically when you push, when you push something that looks like one thing, but really it's about a whole nother thing. All right, so Esau works with a lot of duality. All right, and a lot of wickedness. All right, and really Esau does have a form of power on the left hand side. All right, because there's no denying that Esau has way more knowledge of, different things, like so-called, like the elements, Esau, well, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has given Esau, the blueprint to create these nuclear missiles, which is all for his own demise, the Smith, or Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has created the Smith, which is, referring to these scientists and these men that work for these governments to create these atom bombs, these hydrogen bombs, all these different, weapons of mass destruction. All right, which also just proves that Esau is not was never and is not about peace. All right, because you know, why would you be about peace and then you're over here building weapons or bombs able to destroy whole continents, are able to destroy whole cities, all right, at once, all right? That does not resemble peace in any way, all right? And really, this just proves that school, in Esau's kingdom, we are told to go to school, so it's not like, and in some cases, even though it isn't unlawful to, not go to school, it's not expedient either, because for some, sometimes you need a high school. You need to graduate high school to get a job, and it's very expedient. We need jobs, all right, because money is a defense. All right, scriptures say money is a defense. All right, we need money to eat. We need money to drink. All right, but we have to labor for all that. In the kingdom, the so-called Israelites, and especially the elect, we're gonna be kings. All right, we're gonna be, gods. All right. It says in Psalms that, ye are gods. I'm getting Numbers 35 and 33. All right, so ye shall not, Salakia, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. All right, so only way Esau can, pay. All right, only way Esau can pay that bill of all that blood that he has caused to our people is by his own blood. All right. All right. It's not complicated, man. All right. All this blood that he's caused us, he's all gonna, his bill is very, his, on his bill, when you go to a restaurant and after you're eating, you get a bill, his bill is blood, is a lot of blood, a lot of death for his people and slavery. All right. That's what he has to pay, and that is what he is gonna pay. All right. I'm gonna jump to Amos 3 and 6. Amos chapter 3 verse 6. Shall the trumpet be blown in the city and the people Slakia. Shall the trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city and the Lord hath not done it? Alright, so first for you all, for all of you so-called Christians, alright, all you prosperity, all about, the Lord, who the world ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ, is all about peace, is all about, he never kills somebody, he never, he's all about peace, he's all, You know, you so-called Christians paint this picture that who you ignorantly called Jesus Christ, who we know as truly Yahushai, or is like like a fluffy dude that would never even touch a fly. No, man. Alright, doesn't that say the Lord is a man of war? Alright. Is war anything peaceful? No. Alright. And here it says that everything evil in the city, alright, so when all this death is happening, when everybody's, when most of the people are dying, when hundreds of people are dying, in gruesome ways, when all these animals, go, get spirits put on them, just eat these people, when all this death is coming to America, you Christians are gonna think that it's a so-called Satan, it's a devil, and neither and to your own demise, you don't even know that Satan is who you so-called call Satan is actually an angel for Yahweh Bashim Yashai, alright, and you are the son of Satan spiritually, alright. So Esau just, he's basically checkmated in every way he goes, alright. And he tries to run away from the truth that he is the biblical Edomites, alright, which he can't run away from because time after time, it's proven, alright, through all these things that he's done to the nations of Israel, all these things that he's done to people, alright. I mean, you go back to the project, when Esau was testing on so-called Negroes, alright. I forget the name of the project. I think that's Project Phyllis or Project Syphilis. Yeah, it's Syphilis experiment. Yeah. Or he gave us so-called Negroes, basically, an AIDS or a very bad bacterial disease, just to test, just just like we were guinea pigs. All right, that's only something that a wicked nation would do. All right, that's something that Edomites would do. That's something that Esau would do. All right, let me get Proverbs 22:7. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 7. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. He that soweth iniquity shall reap vanity, and the rod of his anger shall fail. What is the rod of Esau's anger? His so-called military. Alright, the ways, all these laws and legislations. Alright, that's Esau's rod. Alright, but all that is gonna fail. All that is gonna fail in the end. Alright. And all Esau knows how to reap is iniquity. Alright, that's all Esau has reaped, in all his existence in this earth. Alright, he's always reaped iniquity. He's always reaped sin. He's always reaped death. Alright, he's always reaped these things. Alright, so he's gonna have to pay for it in the end. Isaiah 13:8. Isaiah chapter 13 verse 8. And they shall be afraid, pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Slack, you think. Well, yeah. So Esau, so-called America, are in these times, is like a woman. Alright, it's like a woman, in labor, ready to give birth. Alright, and the baby is, it's downfall. Alright, the baby is Esau's downfall of his kingdom, and the woman is Esau himself. Alright, or the woman is all this destruction leading up, is all these things leading up to Esau's destruction. Alright, and if as a woman is about to have a baby, as it's about to deliver the baby, yeah, every single contraction gets stronger and stronger. First the contraction is like a minute, a minute in between, then goes to 45 seconds in between, until the contractions get quicker and stronger. Alright? That is how that is how Jacob's trouble is gonna be. Alright? I'm gonna get Galatians 6 and 7. Galatians Slovakia. Where is it? Slovakia. I'm always having trouble finding Galatians. Slovakia. Galatians chapter 6 verse 7. Be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Alright, so Esau, alright, Edom thinks he's mocking Yahweh. Bashim Yahushai, alright, Esau thinks that he can just, run around committing iniquity all day without the holy true power knowing. Alright. No. Alright, pretty soon, all that death you've caused our people is gonna come and bite you in the butt. Alright. And all Esau has reaped is all that Esau has sowed is death, or all Esau has sowed is deception. All Esau has sowed is iniquity. So what do you think is gonna happen? Or he's gonna reap iniquity, death, deception. Alright, Yahweh Shem Yashai is putting a spirit of deception on Esau, because ultimately Esau thinks that his New World Order is gonna pass. Alright. So Esau himself is being, tricked by Yahweh Shem Yashai. Alright? Because neither does he know that in the fullness of his sufficiency, I'm trying to get that. In the fullness of his sufficiency, Esau's kingdom is going to be ripped away from him. Alright? So I was trying to find this scripture earlier, but I couldn't really find it, so I might not be able to find it right now. So like I'm just gonna get Ezekiel 35 and 3. Ezekiel chapter 35 verse 3. And say unto it, Thus saith the Lord thy power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. The Mount Seir is where Edom came from. Our Mount Seir is when Edom originated from, because Edom is from the mountains. They're cave dwellers, man. Alright, doesn't Esau mean cave dweller or something? Slack if I'm wrong. Or Caucasian, they come from the Caucasus Mountains, I believe. Slack it, correct me if I'm wrong. But Esau comes from no Esau comes from no way of, Esau doesn't come from a palace. Esau's origins is from dirty ass mountains, man. Alright, Esau originated from the state of the so-called Hamites. Alright, Hamites are just nasty, just disgusting, man. Alright, that's how Esau was when he was dwelling in the caves, man. Alright, Esau was not born all beautiful. Alright, Esau was just as filthy as the so-called Hamites today. Alright, which is the so-called Egyptians, so-called Africans, and Israelites are very different, man. They got different spirits, they act different, they got different interests, but you will have Israelites scattered all over the world, we were scattered, alright, referring to the curses of Deuteronomy 20 and 64, alright, let me get that, Deuteronomy 28 and 68, Slakia. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by whereof I spake. It could be 64. Yeah, it's 64. Deuteronomy 28 and 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there shall be and there thou shalt serve ye other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. So you will have Israelites among Ham. You will have Israelites looking like Africans. You will have Israelites acting like Africans, or not really acting like Africans, so-called Hamites, but serving their gods, You will have Israelites dwelling in so-called Africa. Or because we were scattered. You will have Israelites in England, you have Israelites in Britain, you will have Israelites in Italy, all over, you know? You have Israelites, everywhere, where the heathen are scattered, or where the heathen are, Slakia. So you gotta, you should be able to tell if somebody's an Israelite through their spirit, because Israelites are salt of the earth, alright? Israelites just have that extra hip to our step, us Israelites, we're not like these heathens are. These heathens don't, these heathens aren't the face of sports, alright? When you look at basketball, all the so-called famous, all these top tier players are all Israelites. I don't think that's a coincidence, alright? Because according to Matthew 5:13, that was prophesied, and that was said that we were gonna be the salt of the earth. Alright, Matthew chapter 5 verse 13. Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost his savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing but to be cast out, and to be trodden under foot of men. Alright. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Alright, so wherever an Israelite goes, he can't be hid. Alright, you can't hide yourself. You can't hide yourself if you're an Israelite. Alright, you're always gonna be there. Alright. In almost every single sport, the face of the sport are Israelites. Alright. I'm ending the lesson here. I'd like to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash, the honors of the elders and apostles of GMS for teaching me his truth and real will, and citations to hopefully lift up the four corners of the earth. Shalom.